When I got the call from Fresno, it was an awesome feeling. I had worked for Cal Fire, Forest Service, and a small city of Selma, which is just south of here. So getting the call for a big city, you know, it was like getting a call up to the majors, and you know, it was a big deal. It was a year-round job for one, and we had fully staffed rigs with 3.0, where I came from, it was like 2.0 at best. So it was a big change.
48 Hours with Fresno Fire. Established in 1877, the Fresno Fire Department is one of the oldest departments in the United States, rich in history and tradition. Today on the Battalion, we join the crew of Truck 4 C Shift as they start the first 24 hours of their 48-hour shift. The crew checks the equipment in the truck at the start of their day. The crew from this truck company are also the USAR team for this shift. They are also part of the water rescue team along with the crew from Engine 13.
My name's Chad Tucker. I'm the captain on Truck 4. I'm also the coordinator for our urban search and rescue team. Today we're checking out a lot of our rescue equipment. Right now we have some of our confined space equipment out. We have our search cameras, our noise detection device, and also our confined space communications out right now. Firefighter Pete Dodson, he's setting up one of our search cams, Search Cam 3000. We use this for like void space for structural collapse, stuff like that. It also has a waterproof camera head where we can actually, we get cars in the canals a lot and stuff. We are actually we're able to extend this thing and put it inside a car and take a look in there. This one, I believe, the setup that we have on here, it extends to 14 feet. So really good range with that. Engineer Allison Cione over here is setting up our noise detection system. It's made by Delsar, also part of Search Cam and Con Space Corporation. This allows us to detect noises, say like victims, again, in structural collapse or something. It has these very sensitive sensors that we can hook up, and when it gets it all set up, we can show the different style sensors that it has. We call it the thumper, but it's a little victim simulator. And basically we can, when we're doing training or something, we can turn this on, and there's a little weighted thing here that's just on a cam, and when we turn it on, it just sits there and it thumps and it'll do some knocking, and that allows us to be able to use this. So basically on there, as this thumps, you can see you can get a response, and that's through these sensors here. And so as you're doing a large area, you sit there and you work these sensors off different places. You can see which ones, they're labeled 1 and 2. You can see which one's hitting, which one's not, and just work closer, obviously, to the sound. And Allison Cione now is going to set up our confined space communications setup. So we can drop that in there, monitor that, and then this has different options of being able to split off, and you can have Rescue 1 and Rescue 2 and be able to talk to them separately. And basically this is the throat mic. Use this, put it around your throat here, like that. This is a headband here that you can attach in, and then you just have the earpiece here, wear it around your head. So, comes in this battery-powered control box, and he's able to adjust the volume and talk to each one of them individually as he needs to. My name is Chad Tucker. I'm a captain with the Fresno Fire Department. I've been on the job, this is my 16th year, 10 years as a captain. 3 years ago, took over coordinator for the urban search and rescue team. I'm assigned to Truck 4 on the C shift. Why I became a firefighter was in high school. Got into it because I had some friends doing it at the time. Once I became 17, I was able to become a paid call firefighter and kind of got hooked with you know, the excitement, and it's like, if I can get paid to do this, I'm in.
It's always best to get your shopping done early. These guys buy enough for 2 days.
Is that dude's quarter? Can we give it to him later? He was trying to pull it out. I think he robbed it too. I don't know how it worked, but I see now like they're all together. Right out of drill school, my first 6-month probationary assignment was on Engine 3 downtown. So got some great experience there, ran a lot of calls, had a good crew. So I was pretty young. Out of the 6 guys at the station, everybody was over 40. I was 24 at the time. So, you know, they were giving it to me pretty good, just both being a rookie and with my age.
They return to the station to prepare breakfast.
My name is Peter Dodson. I'm with the Fresno Fire Department. I've been on the department for about 7 years. I'm currently stationed at Station 4 on Truck 4. You know, I really became a firefighter just because when I was young, I was exposed to a good group of people. I grew up in a small town in the Bay Area, and I experienced a lot of different traumas, if you will. Living in a small town on a busy highway, I got to see the firefighters there do what they do on a daily basis. Growing up, seeing that, interacting with them, really interested me in the job, and I ended up joining that volunteer department. That's when I got my foot in the door, and that's when I knew, I fell in love with it. That's when I knew what I wanted to do.
In the Fresno Fire Department, each station is responsible for maintaining its own kitchen. Crew members usually pay $12 for 2 meals, with the firefighter cooking the lion's share of the meals.
My name is Schwarm. I'm an engineer with Fresno Fire Department, assigned to Truck 4 on the rescue team. Have been so for about nine years. Been with Fresno for about going on 11. Why I became a fireman, my grandfather on my mom's side was a LA City Battalion chief. Just grew up listening to the stories, and you know, he'd build me a fire truck when I was a kid, and so just kind of grew up doing it. And my father was a volunteer fireman ever since I was a kid, so we lived about a block away from the station, and they had an audible bell that went throughout the town I lived in, and when it went off, we'd both run down to the station, and I'd hop in the rig with him and go on calls, and you know, so just grew up doing it, and it's always what I wanted to do.
The guys try to get their work out whenever they can. The rest of the crew choose a little competition with a little racquetball in their recently refurbished handball court. The captain's choice today, the bike. A call comes in. A body has been found in one of the canals. 2 of the crewmen jump on the USAR rig. The Central Valley of California is covered with thousands of miles of waterways. Fresno has dangerous canals all over the city. The hotter it gets in the summer, there's an increase with water rescue, or many times recovery.
I actually lost half a finger doing a river rescue in 2005, May 2005. Getting a lot of rain, it was flooding pretty well. There was a recreational area up on the San Joaquin, just outside of Fresno. Kids got swept up, got hung up as a berry vine, like on this island-ish out in the river. Got 2 kids, put them in the boat, but we sucked up the berry vines at their end. We have a jet outboard motor, so it works like a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't have a prop. Sucks the water up, spits it out. Well, it sucked up the berry vines that the kids were hung up in, so that clogged up our motor. And so I went back, tried to clear out the motor. We're coming up on some really big rocks that were exposed. It's going to mess up the boat. That was my initial concern. You know, it's like, hey, you need to clear this up so we can motor upstream. Unfortunately, looking at the rocks, thinking I've got one more pull in me and then we're just going to have to ride it out, there was actually a rock coming up that was about 6 inches under the water that I didn't see, and my hand was still down there. And we bounced right over that and immediately just popped it off. I have a neoprene glove sitting at home that looks just like this. Rode in, trimmed down the bone a little bit, flapped over the skin, sewed it up. 2 months later, I was playing softball at the Firefighter Olympics.
A bystander called 911 for what appeared to be a person wrapped in a futon.
I'll get a couple guys suited up. Are those going to be okay down there? Yes. I'm going to have 2 people down. I'm going to have somebody down here. Probably just ladder. Throw a ladder down right now. We're going to look down some safety. Get somebody on that side of this. Just but go ahead. You guys suit up. Get the PFD on.
Captain Tucker sizes up the incident and comes up with a plan that will minimize the risk to his crew members. Captain Chad Tucker prepares to go in. The crew is now safely geared up and prepare to go down to the water. A decision is made to use a ladder over the fence for a safe entry. Firefighter Peter Dodson enters the canal to confirm whether or not a body is wrapped inside the futon. Now, they don't think that this object is a body, but they need to make sure. They tie a rope around the object and attempt to pull it out from all the debris that has accumulated. It takes them a while to get the object out. When they get it up and onto the sidewalk, they quickly find that it is just a rolled up futon. Everyone is very happy that it's not a body recovery.
It sounds like somebody called 911 seeing this cushion that was in the canal. Kind of had a body form to it. It looks like it was a futon cushion maybe, but better safe than sorry. PD was out here. They requested, they wanted us to retrieve it just to make sure the way it was floating in that boil over there, low head, even though it's moving slow, it was still hung up. So we went down, made contact with it, confirmed it was a cushion, pulled it out, you know, just to make sure. But everybody's wanted to be better safe than sorry on this and make sure there wasn't a body in there. So that's pretty much what it was.
Later in the day, the crew get a call. It's a report of an auto accident. When they arrive on scene, they find 3 people, all saying that none of them were driving.
When I got the phone call for Fresno Fire, words can't express. I mean, it was amazing. I had been waiting for about 2 years for that particular call. I had tested with Fresno 2 years prior. And it caught me off guard, to be honest with you. I was driving home from work, just got off shift from the ambulance, driving home, and there was a number that I didn't recognize, and I just happened to answer it, and it gave me a conditional offer if I would accept it, and yeah, it was just an amazing feeling.
Also, the driver of the other vehicle is intoxicated and he's trying to leave. He's around the corner. PD's not here yet.
They now believe that this auto accident may have involved a drunk driver. One of the citizens states he needs to go to work. One of the others is on the phone looking busy.
Two-vehicle traffic accident. I'm not sure what happened. I haven't talked to anybody as far as the cause of it, but they're evaluating one patient. We got another driver of the other vehicle. He's fine. He's over there on the phone trying to get things handled, but yeah, they're evaluating one of the patients that was in this car. So it seems pretty minor. So.
The police arrive on scene. On their way back to the station, they see a car with a very bad smoke problem. They quickly pull over to lend assistance.
My name is Allison Cione. I've been with the Fresno City Fire Department for 9 years. I am currently a firefighter specialist and assigned to relief C shift. So I travel all over the world, one station at a time. Why I became a firefighter is that I've always had a urge to do something greater than myself and give back to a community, be part of a family, a brotherhood while I'm at work. So naturally, I just kind of found out about this by talking to a college counselor. And they had said, you know, I was getting an award for being a football player and having a high GPA, and they said, you look like you'd be a good firefighter. So from then on, it was kind of lodged in my head to serve my community and help people and be part of this brotherhood.
They bring in the water can in case of any flare-up.
Yeah, it looks like a...
Did you blow oil on?
I was gonna go check the oil right now.
There's something leaking down there.
It's a radiator crack.
Here's the radiator right there. You see there's a...
Yeah, no, I saw it right there.
squirting out.
The problem seems to stem from either the radiator and/or an oil leak. They leave the citizen to get his car home.
And that's my goal, to hit.
The crew returns to the station. A call comes in. It's a medical call, and Truck 4 is out the door.
I just promoted to captain, I believe it was in 2003. I had to say, there was a house fire. We reported, we thought we were going to be first in. I was working engine 3 as a captain, but there was reports of an elderly gentleman and also children in the house, and that they were trapped inside. My crew, along with engine 7's crew, we came in, took a hose line, so heavy fire in the back of the house, made my way down. There was no smoke in the basement. The child, I believe, was probably about 5 years old, sleeping. He woke up, didn't freak out, grabbed him. We went back up, got up there. Two of my crew members were waiting for me at the door, and everybody's a little confusion. Do you have him? I'm like, yes, get out of my way, show me the exit, show me the exit. It was very surreal. Everybody cheering like just something out of the movies. Came up, passed him off to another engine company that was going to provide EMS, you know. Turned around, went back in on fire attack, and yeah, he was all right. So had probably a couple breaths of smoke there getting him out in that short time, but very exciting. never been higher in my life, you know, couldn't sleep at all that night. Pretty neat.
As the truck company nears the address, the call is canceled. Truck 4 returns to quarters. Late night, a call comes in. It's a working fire.